welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Ren and I make videos about books and pop culture, and it is Halloween week. Halloween is on Friday, today is Monday. I'm sure we all know how days of the weeks work, and I thought it would be fun to, across all of my platforms, make a week of spooky content. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing it on here, I'm going to be doing it on TikTok and also on Instagram. So my links to those will be in the description of this video if you want to come check that out. So I would kick off this week by showing you the books that I want to read this week. I love Halloween. I love spooky season. I love the bear months. There is something that I love so much about Halloween. Like, it's just my favourite time of year. I love it because I'm such a huge horror fan, and I'm such a huge, sci-fi fantasy fan that just, it's like the perfect time of year for all of those things, even though for me I do get involved with them all year round, but I love this time of year. So of course this week I have a TBR that is a big TBR, and wow, no, it's actually not that big. It's 5 books and some of them are quite small, so that's fine. But yeah, I have a TBR of books that I want to get through this week, and I thought that I would show you them. So the first one we have is The Resurrectionist by A. Ray Dunlap. I hadn't heard of this, and then I recently spent the weekend in Hay-on-Wye, and I went to my favourite shop in Hay-on-Wye, Gay-on-Wye, and this was in there. And it says, 1828. James Willoughby arrives in Edinburgh with empty pockets and a dream of studying surgery. Desperate to scrape together fees for the city's leading anatomy school, he strikes a deal with Nye McKinnon, a dashing young dissectionist who provides the way into the elite academic realm via the cemetery. James descends with Nye into the underground ranks of the Resurrectionists, men famous for body snatching and selling their spoils as anatomical specimens. Before long they are caught up in a life or death scheme, but as James and Nye lock eyes across graves and dissection tables, they realise that they yearn to be more than partners in crime. A thrilling tale of murder, love and grisly origins of modern medicine, The Resurrectionist is a masterful debut novel that will enthrall and delight fans of gothic fiction. I'm looking forward to reading this. This just is completely up my street and I'm buzzing to read it. And yeah, I will let you know my thoughts at the end of the week as well. Another book that I also got in Gay-on-Wye is My Throat and Open Grave by Tori Bovolino. I have read some of Tori Bovolino's books before and I really liked them. In the small town of Winston, Pennsylvania, they fear the Lord of the Woods almost as much as they fear God. According to legend, ghosts of the nearby forest steal unattended babies, leaving enigmatic tokens of wood and bone in their place. Leah Jones didn't believe the legend, thinking it was just a way to scare the local kids until her baby brother disappears. Filled with shame and the weight of the town's judgment, Leah crosses the river into the Lord of the Woods' domain to bring her brother back. But the devilish figure who has haunted Winston for generations isn't what she expects. He tells her she can have her brother back for a price. It's a bargain that will uncover secrets her hometown has tried to keep buried for decades, and what she unearths will have her question everything she's been taught to fear. I'm very excited for this one as well, and it just sounds really cool. It says it's a deliciously sinister horror with unflinching complex themes, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then I think I'm going to read this one on Halloween. I've already read some of the stories that are in this, but I've just never read the whole thing, and that's Night of the Living Queers, which is a YA horror anthology, and it kind of explores lots of different stories. I have read some of these. I kind of dabble into this every year, and I think I have recommended this before. I will be reading some more of these on actual Halloween night as well, and yeah, it's just a little anthology of YA horror. Then we have The Forsaken and the Fated by Camilla Rains. This is the sequel to The Hollow and the Haunted. I read that book last year and I absolutely loved it, and I've been counting down for the sequel, so I'm so excited that it's finally here. The plot of the first one is it followed Gabriel and Miles, and their families are kind of rivals. Miles has a kind of vision that Gabriel's gonna die because he's psychic, so they kind of work together to stop the murder before it happens, and it's everything from there, and then it ended on quite a big cliffhanger, and this is the follow-up to that. It just seemed like a very perfect week to read it. Then we have Widow's Point, The Complete Haunting by Richard Chesmart and W.H. Chesmart as well. This is all in epistolary format, in that it's all in like footage and emails and that kind of thing. So there's like descriptions of CCTV and cameras and voice recorders and emails and messages and that kind of thing. And it focuses on Widow's Point Lighthouse, and for a really long time people have suspected that there's something haunted, something sinister about this lighthouse, and this is kind of the official breakdown of everything that happens, and the kind of dives into what this lighthouse actually is and where it is and that kind of thing. I love books like this. Books like this are so clever and cool, and I just love them, and I just get so excited whenever I find a book like this, especially a horror book, because it just adds so much to the like atmosphere of the story and just kind of really gives a chill. So I am so excited to read this. Whenever Stephen King like recommends a horror book, you know that it is going to be a scary horror book. And I'm sure Stephen King has worked with these two, like one of these before as well. And like, you know, he knows how to write messed up stuff. So you know you're in for a ride. So yeah, I'm so excited to read this. Definitely the perfect week to do it. Absolutely buzzing. Yes, those are the books that I want to get through this spooky season, and I'm really excited to read them and really kind of like dive into them. I'm ready to be like sufficiently scared. I want spooky things. So if you have any book recommendations, if you have any movie recommendations or show recommendations, please leave them in the comments. Let me know what you are reading this spooky season. I hope that this video helped and maybe gave you a little bit of inspiration. So yeah, let me know. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Like I said, I am going to be making videos across all of my platforms, so if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, be in the description of this video as well, so you can kind of come and check that out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing really well, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.